I apologize because I'm going to keep looking at the screen because I'm not filming this with my nice camera. I'm filming this with my phone because it's so much easier. Anyway, I haven't done this lighting setup since the last time I did a Brandon's Movie Rants, which still technically, I have 3 more episodes to film before that series is 100% done. I have my Limo Studio softbox lights that I've had since literally the first video I ever made. They came in 2 light kits for like $70, and I bought 2 of them, so I have 4 lights. And since day 1, I've had a problem with color. On my Canon 80D, the colors never looked right. Never, ever, ever. They always looked too blue or they never looked right. The skin tones always looked too red to me. The whites looked too blue. And the white balance on the iPhones is amazing. Honestly, I'm sure that a much more technical person would be able to point out that it's not as good, but it sure as heck seems to me that the colors and white balance that comes from the iPhone is better than what came from my Canon 80D. And I don't know about my new Sony camera. I've barely used that camera. Maybe I don't even need a new light, which is what I've been doing all day. And this all started when basically we have scenes where we're going to need lights in places that we most likely will not be able to have power. For example, there's a field next to the high school. And honestly, I mean, I probably could there is power outlets near one of the fields, and I probably could just go for $25-50 and buy or maybe a little bit more, buy a super long cord and bring it from the plug to the field we're shooting, and I'd probably be okay. But I thought that'll be such a pain in the ass. And so this whole journey of the light started with this thing up here, which I did a review of. God, it's bright. Jesus. It's the Big Sun Q953 spotlight. And I thought, that's great. I can be far away, use it as a spotlight. It came with color filters. Then in turn, I can use it as an outdoor flashlight, which I needed a powerful flashlight because my dog, Buddy, over here, which if you watch these videos, you've seen him many times, he runs away a lot, or tries to run away a lot. And at night, in the past 2 weeks, he's been sprayed by a skunk twice. So I needed that flashlight. It was cheap and extremely powerful, lasts like an insane amount of hours. I mean, it was a steal. And when I saw the power that came out of it, I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. But then when I was looking at the footage, you notice that the hot spot in the middle is so hot. It's too hot. Like if I shine it at the back of my head, it like makes my ears bright red. It's so hot. So I thought, maybe that's not the right light. And so I just started looking for lights. And then a video popped up, best wedding video light ever, which I'm planning on trying to get back into videography work. So I clicked this video, found this light that pretty much seemed like everything I need. It's called the Aputure Lightstorm 60X. It's about $420, and it's a 60-watt light. It has a built-in Fresnel-like lens, which Fresnels are what they used to use in old classic Hollywood movies up until very recently. Very recently they used Fresnels, and they still use Fresnels. They adapt them for LEDs. But anyway, built-in Fresnel-like lens, comes with barn doors, and 2 different options for power. V-mount batteries and Sony NP-F batteries. And because I didn't stop myself, I fell victim to what's called Parkinson's Law, which is, if you don't know, it's where however much time you give yourself for something, you oddly end up filling that time. So if you tell yourself, I have 4 hours to get this done, you'll make the job take 4 hours. You'll do 4 hours of work. Whereas if you say, I only have 1 hour to do this, you'll find a way to get it done in 1 hour, and chances are it'll be done just as good, if not better, because you didn't overdo it. And I didn't give myself any time limit on how I was going to look at these lights. So it took me so long, I'm embarrassed to say how long I've been looking at lights. And I keep trying to convince myself not to buy the light, but the fact that I've always had problems with color, and it would be so much easier to not have some weird tint to the skin in post. And I'm not good at color correcting. So the fact that these lights are giving off whatever tint is making the skin tones too red and the whites too blue, it'd just be nice not to have that. It'd be nice to, if I want to apply an orange and teal filter, it just looks like orange and teal without bringing up any weird colors in the skin or in the whites on the wall. All my walls are white. If I wanted to just shoot right out, just a profile right out of the camera and bump up the saturation, it'd be nice to not have the whites turn blue and the skins be all sorts of weird, funky colors. And what you need then is a nice light, and Aputure makes nice lights. So I've just been researching back and forth. First, I was thinking of the Godox. Trying to save money, I was looking at the Godox ML60 bicolor, because in another scene, I need fire. And I thought to myself, maybe I'll just light a one of the mosquito candles. I can't think of what they're called right now. But I'll light one of those candles outside, shine it in front of the face, and hopefully it'll work. But if it didn't work, I would need a light. A light that can fake a fire effect, and all these nice video quality bicolor lights can fake the flicker and color of firelight. So I have two options. Three, really. First option is just don't buy a new light at all. Continue to shoot with these shitty colored lights. And if I need power somewhere else, figure it the fuck out. Run to Home Depot or Walmart and buy an extra long extension cord for, I don't know, it'll probably be anywhere from $25 to $100. Cheaper than $420 for a new light. But I just feel, and these look so fucking cheap and ugly. Anyway, I feel like they don't look professional. They look cheap and ugly, but whatever. Option 2 is to go with the light that caught my eye in the first place, which is the Aputure Lightstorm 60X. It is partially waterproof, weatherproof, I think they say. Meaning don't submerge it in water, but if it gets rained on, it should be fine. Dustproof, metal, meaning if you drop it, it'll probably be okay. Comes with a carrying case, all that stuff. Awesome light. And power options. Only problem with that is I don't really give a shit about the V-mount or NPF batteries because I watched this great video from a YouTube channel called New Layer. He basically said for the amount of money you pay for power with those batteries, unless you really need the convenience of being able to hook them to a V-mount clip on the light pole or on the 60X actually has a light clip, a V-mount light clip on the yoke. So right on the light, you could clip a battery. It's awesome. And it comes with everything you need. But he says those batteries are so expensive that it's way cheaper to buy a power bank, a generator, a portable giant battery. But they're not giant anymore. They're like the size of a small suitcase, or a lunchbox. You can buy a giant one that'll last like a really long time. But they have ones that are about the size of a big lunchbox that give you 500 milliamp hours, MAH, versus two batteries for like $130 a piece gives you only like 300 hours. Plus you need to buy another $130 charger. And it's like, I feel like it'd be easier to just buy the power bank that he recommends in the video. So then I thought, and there's a lot of people that will say, dude, these bulbs are 45 watts, and I'm using one 45 watt bulb behind us in a softbox and diffuser to light my face, and it's always worked for me. I think the most I ever used was 60 or 85 watt bulbs, and one single bulb does not shine that bright. I believe this bulb is 45 watts. It's plenty. And there's some videographers that do reviews on YouTube that say a 60 watt light is plenty for anything you need. Whereas there's others that say, no way, you can't. A 60 watt light, if you want to diffuse it and make it soft and flattering on the face, a 60 watt light is not enough, which I think is just bullshit. Especially since I have the Sony FX3 now, I literally bought it because it's so good in low light. And I was sick of struggling in low light. And there is an Aputure Amaran light that is cheaper. It's called the Aputure Amaran 100X. 40 watts more, so 40 watts more powerful. It's only like $220. And then if I wanted the sexy ass Fresnel, I could buy the Fresnel and the barn doors that would come with it, and it would only be like $8 more. It'd be, instead of like $420, it'd be like $428 or something like that. And I don't know what to do, because the Lightstorm, the 60X, would be better if I needed to go to a wedding, because it comes with a nice carrying case. It's smaller, less intrusive, has the Fresnel built right in. It's tiny, pretty powerful. Whereas the Amaran is plastic, hard plastic, but pretty much everyone who's handled it says, don't drop it. It'll probably break. But then again, I've dropped it. One time with these lights, when we were filming the first Halloween fan film, we had it weighted down. I don't know how the wind got so strong during the roof scene. The light lifted up, went over the power cord, and off the roof. I mean, it was insane. It looked like a scene from The Wizard of Oz. And if I absolutely needed portable power, I would have to spend $130 on the battery, at least one battery, and $130 on the charger for the V-mount batteries. And for that, because it's a double charger, you kind of may as well just buy two batteries. Do you see my friggin' problem here? I don't know which one to get. You see what I'm doing here? I should just make up my mind. But I don't know. If the power bank was not an issue, I would just say, just do the 100 watt, because if you need that extra power, it's there. If you ever needed that extra power, you've got it. Everybody says if you want to diffuse the light and fake it and like do that, like that extra power is great to go above the 60 watt. But that 60X is so cool. I can't make up my mind. If I had to make a split decision, I think I'd probably just say the 60X because it's so much more convenient. Comes with the case, everything. That was the light that I originally saw, that I originally set out to study and figure out if it was worth the money. But I can't make up my mind. And I have nobody. There's no comparison by somebody smarter and more experienced than me on YouTube that compares those two lights, because the 60X is too new. I think most people haven't even gotten it yet. I think it's one of those things that's so new that, and mail is so backed up right now because of COVID and all the things that are in short supply, that I think most people haven't even gotten the 60X, even if they ordered it. So I just don't know. I can't make up my mind. I have dropped these lights. I have. And they've tipped over. Oh, side note. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen now instead of you guys or whoever's listening. That light that I bought, the spotlight, the Big Sun Q953 or whatever it was called. I said that the middle is too hot. So I bought these little diffusers, and it helps. It does help, but still, there's no CRI reading on those, which means if they don't list the CRI, it's because it's so bad it's not even worth using for color accuracy purposes. But I was trying to figure out, how can I do a hair light? And I thought, hey, let me use this. And first I put the color filters on. And I haven't tried the color filters inside here, but the color filters, it was still too hot. When it would hit the back of my head, it would shine through my ears. It was just terrible. But when I put this on, it works pretty good. So that's my hair light, in case you were wondering. Works good because it's just so tiny. Here, look. See? My hair light. Wow. And then this clamp right here is for these color filters. You put the color filter on the front and then clamp that on. But I pulled this on because this is more for, I think, the never mind. Clamp this on, works great as a hair light. Put it on a tripod. This thing came with a cool little tripod, but I could not angle it down quite far enough. So I just put it on this little tripod I have, and yeah, it works good as a hair light. I like it. I probably can mount it on a lot of different stuff, and it's so powerful. And I don't think you need color accuracy for a hair light. You need color accuracy on the key light that's hitting the face. So, and that's always been my problem. My key lights are these bulbs that have a CRI of about 80 or less, which is no good. You need 95 or better to be really accurate and to not have any problems in post-production. See, I like the hair light. I think it looks nice. Bam! Looks cool. Anyway, that's my dilemma. that I. Fuck.